18 ng Agosto taong 2016. Kami po ay nagbabalik dito sa Filoil Flying V Center sa lungsod ng San Juan sa pagpapatuloy ng college basketball action ng ika-72 taon ng kauna-unahang ligang pangkolehiyo ng ating bansa. Nakikita na natin ang ating mga manlalaro who will play in their first game this Thursday afternoon. This is your NCAA Season 92 live and exclusive sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action and also High Definition sa Channel 166. Games today. Later on, it will be Colegio de San Juan de Letran kontra sa Lyceum of the Philippines University Pirates. At hand, it will be the 6-3 Mapua Institute of Technology Cardinals taken on the 4-5 Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers. Hello Pilipinas at sa ating mga kababayan sa buong mundo via the Filipino channel alongside Mr. Basketball, Mix Bustos. Ako po si Andre Felix. Good afternoon to you, Mix.
Ay, good afternoon sa iyo, Dre. Alam mo, napakainit na naman ang bakbakan ng ating matutunghayan dito. Alam mo, the past 4 games of Mapua JRU have been settled under 5 points or less, and for sure, tingin ko, this may go down the wire as we can't wait to see kung ano bang mangyari dito sa Mapua versus JRU.
Tama yun, Mix. These two teams were in the Final Four in Season 91.
Yeah.
Pero ngayon, yung isang komponan, which is Mapua, is one of the top 4 the team standings. Yung isa naman, medyo struggling, nananalo, natatalo, nananalo, natatalo. And I'm talking about the Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers. As we take a look, Mix, at our team standings on our screens.
Alam mo, Dre, no, as we can see on our team standings, ang Mapua is at 4th with 6 wins and 3 losses. 2 games behind Arellano and Perpetual. Ang JRU naman tied at 6th place with LPU Pirates at 4 and 5. They're 4 games behind Arellano and Perpetual. The next 2 games of Mapua after this will be against, of course, the gritty LPU Pirates and the San Sebastian Stags. JRU's next 4 games naman after this will be Letran, LPU, AAC, and CSB. So Mapua's chances, Dre, of coming into the Final Four, it will be crucial, no, to be at par with Arellano and Perpetual. So if they win today, they can separate themselves at 7 wins. Ang JRU naman, they have to grind out today and against Letran on August 23 para kahit paano magkaroon ng confidence coming in and to get that winning streak and makapasok sa Final Four.
And speaking of winning streaks and confidence, that man, Tete Teodoro, and the JRU Heavy Bombers are coming off a big win against the before undefeated San Beda Red Lions. And then Olwell Oraime, of course, not in his MVP type season like last season, but in that game, no June 25, nung opening day, when they collided, the Heavy Bombers and the Cardinals, it was Olwell Oraime who was the best player with 24 points, 17 boards, along with 4 blocks.
Alam mo, ito nga, it was one hell of a game nung opening day. It was a fairly tight game with 5 deadlocks and 8 lead changes. And Dre, JRU even led as much as 10 points. Tete Teodoro and Paulo Ponteos combined for 29 points. Pero yun nga, sabi mo nga si Olwell, 24 points and 17 rebounds. He was the best player of the game. It went down the wire again up to the last play with big defensive stops ng Mapua Cardinals. And of course, Mapua edged out with the win in yung kanilang season series or kumbaga series nila the past 4 games. That was the 3rd win of Mapua kontra lamang sa isa ng JRU.
It is also worth noting, Mix, that in that game, the Blast brothers, namely Tete Teodoro and Paulo Ponteos, scored 29 points. Let's talk about this man, Nigerian Olwell Oraime, last year's Rookie of the Year, last year's Defensive Player of the Year, and last year's MVP. And the Mapua Cardinals are gonna be as good as when he goes. I don't know if you'll agree with me, but they beat the top 3 team. They lost to the top 3 teams this season, pero mga natinalo nila, yung mga teams naman na nasa ibaba nila.
Yun nga, no, napakalaking bagay nga talaga ni Olwell Oraime. And idagdag mo na dyan si CJ Isit. He was sidelined for 2 games. Pero alam mo, Dre, kung i-gradean natin to sa report card ng Mapua Cardinals, I'll give them a 2. Alam mo, a fairly more than a passing grade pero not really a perfect one because with a 6-3 win-loss record, you know, they fell big yun nga sabi mo against San Beda, Arellano, and Perpetual, pero malaking bagay talaga si CJ Isit. He provides stability, composure, and he was really a big factor against Letran to end their first round campaign strong.
Kung binigyan mo ng 2, teka lang, ano yung, saka nagbe-base, mas mataas yung 1 o yung pinakamataas yung 4?
Pinakamataas yung 1.
Okay. Hindi kasi di ba may mga eskwelahan, mas mataas yung 4, mas mataas yung 1.
Dito, pinakamataas yung 1 at this time. Okay. It's good to clear that out.
Nililinaw ko lang. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin, Migs, ang report card ng Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers nung first round after losing their first 2 games and nag-alternate naman sila sa wins and sa losses.
Okay, ito nga, no, kung ang kung ang Mapua rather, binigyan ko ng 2. Siguro itong JRU, bibigyan natin ng passing grade of 3.
2.5.
3.
Okay.
Despite they were underachieving, they were underperforming, they lost early to Mapua and Perpetual by big pero ang nakapaghatak ng grade nila pataas, iyon nga ang napag-usapan nating win nila kontra the undefeated previously the San Beda Red Lions. It was a 20-2 run to end the game, and it was the most breakout game of Paulo Ponteos. 27 points and 8 clutch baskets in the fourth quarter. Alam mo, first round pa lang 4-5 ang kanilang record, pero remember, in season 91 they went for 6 straight wins to come into the Final Four. So let's see, baka mamaya ito pa lang yung pa-peak ng JRU, and we might just see that in the right time.
It is also worth noting that despite having 2 foreign centers, Migs, JRU is the last in terms of block shots at 2.3 per game, mga kapamilya, and also in second chance points with 8 per game. In the meantime, syempre makukumpleto ang aming araw kung kasama namin ang pangatlo sa aming ABS-CBN sports team. We have Siege Tantenko with us with our question of the week. Good afternoon, Siege.
Good afternoon, Andre. Good afternoon, Migs. At magandang hapon sa lahat ng ating mga kapamilyang nanunood sa bahay ngayon. Sabik na ba kayo para sa ating laban? Kung oo, huwag kayong mag-aalala dahil pwedeng-pwede kayong sumali sa ating usapan gamit ang hashtag and question of the day. Kumpleto ang game day kapag, sa akin kumpleto ang game day kapag meron matitinik na 3-point shots akong nakikita. Eh kayo, sagutan niya lang yan gamit ang hashtag NCAA Season 92 at may pagkakataan kayo na makita nyo ang inyong mga tweets live on air during our game. Itag nyo na rin kami dahil gusto namin makita ang inyong mga sagot. Makikita nyo ngayon sa ibaba ng inyong screen ang aming social media handles. Sasagutin namin ang mga tanong nyo, makikipagkulitan kami sa inyo. So, tag nyo lang kami. See you online, and Dre Mix, I'll see you later.
We will see you all the time, Siege. Kung ikaw naman, Migs, kumpleto ang game day mo kapag...
Alam mo, in line with the Siege's answer, yung
Okay.
mga matitik na 3 points, kumpleto ang game day ko kapag nakarinig ako ng yes para sa tres.
Kumpleto ang day ko
Kumpleto.
kapag kinukuking mo ako. Sa aming pagbabalik ni Siege at ni Migs, ito na po ang banggaan sa pagitan ng JRU Heavy Bombers at ng Mapua Institute of Technology Cardinals dito lamang sa NCAA Season 92 sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action. 10 kulay, isang laban.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now live on ABS-CBN Sports in Action from the Filoil Arena Center here in San Juan. But before we start our first senior game today, we'd like to request everyone to please rise for a moment of silence. Everybody please stand. For someone, one of the biggest pillars of Philippine basketball just passed away earlier today. At his 90s, he was very well known as the head coach of the Crispa Redmanizers, the Philippine team, and a whole lot more back in the 70s. Let us give a moment of silence to the late, great coach, Baby Virgilio Baby Dalupan. Thank you very much, Maestro Coach Baby Dalupan. May you find peace in the arms of our Lord. And now, from the Filoil Arena Center, we bring you our first senior matchup in your Season 92 of the NCAA. Let us now meet the starters, beginning with the JRU Heavy Bombers. Forward number 6, Gio Laschetti. Power forward number 8, Mark Cruz. Center number 9, Abdulladip Putucci. The off guard number 5, Paulo Pontejos. And the point guard number 14, Tay Teodoro. Head coach of the Heavy Bombers, Vergel Corpus Meneses. And now the starting five for the Mapua Cardinals. Forward number 13, Olmel Orquina. Point guard number 14, Daryl Menina. center number 10, Olwell Oraime. Power forward number 27, Justin Serrano. And the off guard number 24, Lawrence Victoria. Head coach of the Cardinals, a former prodigy of the late Baby Dalupan. 1971 NCAA MVP, the fortune cookie, Atoy Ko. The officials for game number 49.
On your screens are the starting five for both squads. Olwell Araima to your left, si Tete Teodoro to your right. Kasama ni Teodoro si Gio Laschetti. Paolo Ponteos, his partner in crime, one half of the Blast Brothers, Abdel Putucci, and of course Mark Cruz. Shane Menina, it's Victoria Serrano, Justin Serrano, and Almel Orquina. Earlier, Migs, nagkaroon tayo ng moment of silence for the late, great Virgilio Baby Dalupan, who played, Coach Atoy Ko was telling us that he played 10 years for Coach Baby, for Crispa. And of course, sadly, Coach Baby died earlier this morning. As we take a look at this first basket, and it's a three. Ayan ang unang yes para sa tres mula kay Almel Orquina. But going back to Baby Dalupan, he died at 92 years.
Ito nga na Baby Dalupan, considered as the GOAT, the greatest of all time sa ating
The maestro.
bansa. The maestro, 51 total championships, 15 sa pro. Nakadalawa siya sa NCAA with Ateneo de Manila nung nasa NCAA pa sila. And a total of 20 collegiate championships. So of course, Baby Dalupan, ang idol ng lahat ng ating mga coaches dito sa ating bansa.
Mark Cruz scores there. You're right there, Migs. Ateneo was part of the yung una sa NCAA, one of the first schools to be part of the NCAA back in 1972 to 1977. Yung championship yun ni Coach Baby Dalupan with Ateneo. So again, our condolences to the Dalupan family. Back to live action, however, lamang ang Mapua ng isa. Menina over to Orquina Victoria, but he misses there, and Putucci with the board. Tumatakbo mga nakadilaw na heavy bombers of JRU.
Ito nga, this is one of the rare times na stinarty Coach Vergel Meneses si Tete Teodoro as he makes that shot together with his ka-blast brother, ito si Paulo Pontejos.
Last game, Migs, nagsabay sila kontra sa San Beda to start. Kasi nga, siguro Coach Vergel really wanted to see kung ano ba talaga mangyayari kung pagsasabay. Dahil like what you mentioned, never naman talaga nagsasabay.
Or rarely.
Rarely,
yes,
oo.
rarely.
Lalo na sa starting lineup.
Yep. Kasi usually pag pinagsasabay sila pagdating na ng fourth quarter pero again, with that big win against San Beda, so I guess for Coach Vergel talagang gumana yung kanyang strategy na pagsabayin itong si Pontes at si Teodoro.
Again, these two, Teodoro and Ponteos, combined for 29 points back in June 25 on opening day, and although natalo sila, but it was just 3 points. But in their last game against San Beda, Ponteos had 27 points and Teodoro had 14.
Alam mo ito si Paulo Ponteos, parang first and last eh. Nung first game niya, he scored a total of 16 points. But then in between those games, he was struggling all throughout. And then yun nga, to end the first round, pumutok naman siya with 27 points. Napaka-crucial nun nung kanyang mga baskets nung fourth quarter.
Laschetti kontra Menina. Nahanap si Putucci over Oraime. He was able to get that shot up but to no avail. Tumatakbo mga nakapula na Cardinals ng Mapua. Napasa ni Laschetti over to Teodoro. As one man to beat, Teodoro tumuloy-tuloy with his left hand.
Gandang drive doon kay Tete Teodoro. He went in with that Euro step. Pinuhat lang yan with that left hand layup.
Ang bata ng St. Joseph San Juan. Victoria. Naiwasan si Teodoro nung umihit. Orquina giving to Menina for 3. Orquina, the short stab. Another chance for Mapua. Menina finds Serrano underneath. Tinamana, may basket ba for Justin Serrano. And now, let's go back to Siege with our first report of the day with regards to Coach Atoy Ko playing for the late great Baby Dalupan. Siege.
Yes, Andre, kung may isang pinakamahalagang natutunan si Coach Atoy Ko mula kay Coach Baby, ito ang disiplina. Sabi nga ni Coach Atoy, kung maliit ka sa practice noon, maswerte ka na kung papatakbuhin ka lang. Pero madalas, tatanggalin ka sa starting five for your next game. Sabi rin ni Coach Atoy, memorable talaga ang panahon niya with Coach Baby dahil bago lang sa team noon si Coach Atoy, ngunit starting five siya agad at bukod pa doon sa kanya pa pinapagwala siya lahat ng mga mahirap depensahan. Dahil daw dito niya natutunan na kung ano man
Siege. Here's Pontejos with a hang time move. He gets his own miss. Pontejos, the short snap is good.
Just an offensive-minded Paolo Ponteos. When he missed that layup, nakuha niya kaagad yun. He saw that opening. Short snap, pull-up jumper, Paolo Ponteos.
But going back to Siege's report, with regards to Coach Atoy ko, he has a lot of memories. Kanina nga, when you just ask him, you can see mula sa mga mata niya, nag-light up, na alam mo puro mga magagandang memories. Kahit na alam mo, I'm sure pinagalitan siya once or twice. Pero yung mga magaganda sa kanya, yung ang dami niyang natutunan daw kay the maestro, Baby Dalup.
Oo nga, nung in-interview nga natin siya kanina, parang napaka-vivid pa ng memories. Kwento nga rin ni Coach Atoy kanina. Magaling daw si Coach Baby sa mga tapat-tapat. Kasi earlier in the day, hindi pa talaga ganun kauso yung mga systematic defenses. So he was...
Parang, in short, wala pa masyado sistema.
Wala pa masyado sistema. So magaling siya sa mga pagtapat sa mga individual defenses. Wari ba, pantay mo si Coach Adornado. Alam niya kung sino yung kailangan mong itapat doon. He was really a maestro in that.
On your screen is an all-star, Andoy Estrella. Will come off the bench. The start ni Coach Atoy, even Joseph Eryobu, he was sharing with us earlier. So he's trying to also see yung mga mag-work sa loob ng court. As Pontejos, that time, that jumper didn't work. Isit is now playing here for Mapua. Of course, we know that he had to sit out a few games dahil dun sa iniinda niyang wrist injury.
Pero alam mo, napakalaking bagay train ni CJ Isit nung laban nila kontra Letran. He also didn't start. Alam mo, he came off earlier than scheduled. He was supposed to be out for 3 weeks, pero 2 weeks pa lang, I think he went on to play already. Pero he provided that stability talaga when Letran was making its run. CJ Isit, he was a big factor in that game against Letran. Kaya ngayon, magbabalik po kami dito sa ABS-CBN Sports. 8-7, 5:22 ang nalalabi dito sa first quarter.
Tingnan natin ngayon, Migs, yung explosive finish against the Red Lions of San Beda to end the first round of eliminations. And pinag-uusapan nga natin kanina to, Migs, on top of the coverage, that San Beda actually was seemingly on the way to win, going up 6-15 after 3 quarters, ha? But because of these two, especially Paolo Ponteos, nanalo pa itong JRU.
Ito nga isa sa mga magic ng JRU, no? They can really, run it down the floor. They really can, kaya nila magkabol. It was 6:26 in the fourth quarter. Down sila nun, 71-59, and then yun nga, they outscored San Beda 26-7 in that fourth quarter. 20-2 run to end the game, and Paolo Pontes was just really big. He had 14 points in that second half, and that Tete Chodoro was also big during that game.
Tinawagan ng personal foul si Olmel Orquina. Yan ang una ni Orquina. At unang team foul ng Mapua. At the line is Abdel Putucci. He takes that one. He is a 75% free throw shooter from Yaoundé, Cameroon. This is at 6'5". As we take a look at the native of Ghana, Abdul Razak Abdul Wahab. And Putucci strokes both free throws para may angat ng bahagya ang kalamangan ng Jerry sa tatlo, 10-7. Isit against Chodoro, but Cruz was there to help Victoria. He swings it over. And that three was way off. Board lang ang tinamaan ng 3-point attempt ni Olmel Orquina. And Orquina will sit down. XCB will come back in. Panoorin natin itong pinatawagan ng loose ball. Mukhang loose ball foul ang itinawag. It will be on Mark Cruz, his second. That's why Urban Grosme is getting ready to check in at the official stable. Isit na agaw ang bola. Isit nadulas, but binigay kay Oraime. And that's good for Olwell Oraime.
Just a fast break opportunity. Buti na lang, hindi natawagan ng travel doon si CJ Isit at pasa niya in time para dito kay Olwell Oraime.
Putucci, nice spin on Oraime. Medyo natamaan ni Oraime bahagya yung bola. Nakakuha ni Biteng. Si Isit. And Biteng will call the play. Siya ngayon ang magtitimon. And magpo-point guard for Mapua. They call that high-low with Serrano up top, giving it to the big man, Oraime.
Yun talaga yung gusto nilang play, no? Para kay Oraime. High-low action kasi nga napakahaba ni Oraime. And for sure, makukuha niya yung bola sa ilalim. As we can see on this replay, CJ Isin giving that extra pass para dito kay reigning MVP, Filoil Arena.
Abdul Wahab, Abdul Razak comes in for Abdel Putucci, and also Mark Cruz ay nalabas nga ni Coach Vergel Meneses with those 2 early personal fouls. So it's Chodoro, Lasqueti, Pontejos, Crospe, and Abdul Wahab. It's Isip, Victoria, Serrano, Oraime, and Biteng. Here's Serrano from the outside. Nakakuha ni Chodoro ang loose ball. Tumatakbo ngayon. Here's Chodoro. Nag-isip. Ibibigay niya muna kay Abdul Wahab. The handoff to Chodoro for 3. Yes! Para sa 3. Jorge Teodoro.
You can see it in his eyes, Dre. Pagkuha lang niya ng puwang, pagkuha lang niya ng opening. Malingat ka lang ng konti. Tay Chodoro already with 7 big points.
Talaan natin, 13 for the Heavy Bombers, 9 for the Cardinals, who just commits their another turnover. Let's take a look at this handoff by Abdul Wahab and Tay with that license to shoot from anywhere in the court.
Alam mo, Dre, kompleto na ang araw ko kasi narinig ko na nga yung yes para sa 3. With conviction pa.
Okay. Feeling ko sincere ka na doon. Hindi mo na ako niloloko. Okay. Here's Grosbe. His first attempt coming in. Wala. Chodoro. He is feeling it. The step back, trying to get the foul mula kay Isip. Bibigay kay Pontejos with 8 to shoot. Pontejos. Iniiwasan pero makakakuha pa ng foul on Paul Victoria.
What a bailout shot there by Pontejos. Wala na nga siyang magawa doon pero buti na lang nagamitan niya ng utak. Nagulangan niya ng konti. Pero yun, nakakuha siya ng foul doon. Nakabingwit mula dito kay Victoria.
Hashtag veteran moves from Paulo Pontejos. Na-veteran. Na-veteran. Alam niya, pababa na yung shot clock. Ginamitan ng katawan. Siyempre, 5 taon na sa NCAA yan.
Totoo naman.
Siguro baka naturuan pa ng mga ibang moves ni Ariel Boyezer.
Tingin ko rin. Extra work, di ba?
Maganda nga dito, syempre, you have 2 coaches from who played in the pros but on different occasions, so different generations, ika nga. Diba? You have Coach Atoy Ko, who even naabutan pa nga si Coach Baby Dalupan, and then you have Vergel Meneses, who was really prominent during the 90s.
Grabe talaga yung 90s, no? I think that was the best time for basketball in general. Of course, you have Alan Kaidik, Olsen Racela, Vergel Meneses. Ang dami-dami. Nelson
Captain
Casaitono,
Lionheart, Alvin Patrimonio. As Isin knocks down his first 2 points of this game. Another timeout on the floor. Kami po ay magbabalik. Lamang po ng 4 ang JRU, 15-11. On your screens, makikita natin ang they say clutch Cardinals against the Colegio de San Juan de Letran, against the defending champions Joseph Ariobu and Daryl Shane Menina. Combined there for 36 points, Migs.
Well, as Anton Ross would like to put it, this was the 2014 version of a Joseph Ariobu. 19 points, 12 rebounds. And Shane Menina, he went on to be the best player of that game. Alam mo talagang pumukol talaga siya doon at timely occasions. Letran was leading by 2 points. Mapua was leading by 2 points. Then he provided that clutch 3 at the dagger para manalo and to end that first round para sa Mapua.
Tawan ni Abdul Wahab, tumatakbo ngayon si Andoy Estrella, just checked in. Inaasok na ni Coach Atoy Ko, one of his all-stars in Estrella, as Ariobu scores there. And this is, he's playing like it's 2014 all over again. Ariobu, we know that this guy can score in a lot of ways in the NCAA.
Well, kaya naman ni Joseph Ariobu as Coach Atay would like to put it out there na talagang kailangan lang sumunod ang mga player niya sa sistema. And I think kaya siya nagkaroon ng breakout game nun is he just gave in to the system. He just let his game flow. Hindi niya hinalap yung laro niya. And good signs for Joseph Ariobu. 3 points kagad pagkapasok pa lang ng larong ito.
Wala pang 1 minuto sa loob ng hardcourt mix. Nabanggit mo nga, 3 puntos kagad. The hard way. That 3-point play that Ariobu was able to convert. Here's Pontejos, and Pontejos knocks that down. he's one of the few guys who really has mastered that kind of shot, that one-hander, that medyo mahirap yun na yung timing.
Oo, kasi syempre, as a guard, as a small guard that is, you have to alter your shots. Hindi pwedeng pa jump shot ka. As Tate Chodoro, na-lose yung handle dyan. As Paulo Pontes, kapag nalapit siya doon, kailangan niya mag-alter ng different kinds of shots.
Here's Biteng. Wala sa labas. Wala. Makukuha ni Abdul Wahab and he saves it to the wrong man. However, Biteng. And 24 seconds ang ibibigay dahil nakuha na nga ni Abdul Wahab. It's not a fresh 14 as Eriobu quickly now has 5 points with less than 2 minutes in the hard court.
Joseph Eriobu just lurking in. Nag-commit yung depensa sa labas. He just swooped in and a good pass sa kanya doon to get that layup.
Chodoro to Grosbe. Grosbe has that shot in his arsenal. Ilista mo na mula kay Irvin Grosbe. From its pag ganyan yung mula sa loob ng 3-point line, kayang kuwang-kuha ni Grosbe yung ganung perimeter shot.
Oo, kasi yung mga minamaster mo talagang tira. You may not be a 3-point shooter, pero yung art of the perimeter shot bumabalik dahil nga sa pinapakita dito ni Irvin Grosbe.
Kumbaga muscle memory na, no?
Yep.
Alam mo na yung pulso mula dun sa spot na yon. In the meantime, 5 to shoot. Estrella will go to Oraime with 3 on their shot clock. Oraime's fadeaway, no go. May nakitang foul ang ating opisyales. By the way, our referees for the day, we have Arnolfo Bermeo. We have Garci Ferrer and referee Emmanuel Faraon. And our fourth referee, if anything happens to our 3 referees, is Dominic Pomar.
As we can see, Tate Chodoro, very quality minutes also. In 8 minutes, meron siyang 7 points and 75% mula sa field.
Ponteos, the drive and kick. MJ De La Virgen is a sniper from the outside who just checked in. He misses on his first triple try in this game. Less than a minute to play. Biteng to ace it. Giving up his dribble. Here's Estrella. The jumper by Andoy is good.
Nagdalawang isip pa si Andoy Estrella doon, pero buti na lang meron siyang balanse to get that pull-up jump shot.
We all know Andoy Estrella is more of a slasher than a jump shooter, but that time around he proves us wrong. Shot clock is dead. Jordan De La Paz has the ball. 7 to shoot. Kurt De La Virgen over to Ponteos. The up fake. Ponteos to beat the buzzer. It's everything except the ring there. Just hits the net. That attempt at the end of our first quarter. Mapua led by 3 to begin with when they started this game with that 3-pointer from Orquina. But JRU turned things around and they still have the lead here, 19-18. Their biggest was at 6 when they were up 15-9. As we see at Joseph Eriobu driving there, 2 of his 5 points. It's a heated matchup between JRU and Mapua. Second quarter is coming up pagkatapos ng ilang paalala dito lamang sa ABS-CBN Sports and Action. Kayo po'y nanonood ng NCAA Season 92.